Wow, that was 94 photos. Huh.
Oh.
All right, so 2 to stay in, 3 to go out.
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 Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Oh, that's an out for me. I don't know if y'all heard me. Let me turn my volume up.
That's 3 outs. Oh, sorry, we're
Sorry,
checking that.
we're working on a little technical thing real quick. Sorry.
I see the chest of Mark.
All right, sorry about that. We're back on.
Thank you. Do you guys want the captions on the side or do you want it all black?
I prefer black.
I
Okay.
prefer all black.
Let's
Yeah,
do
we
that then.
can have
Thank
to-
you, Sarah.
That's deep.
In for me.
Yeah, in for now.
Out.
Out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
What? I say in.
It's out.
Out for me.
John? Okay.
Out.
Out for me.
Out.
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 Yeah, out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out. Oh, that's so deep.
Out.
I like to keep in for a second. If I have enough vote.
In. I'll back you. Out.
Out.
It's like cranberries.
Yeah.
Cranberries, tasty. Out.
Out. Out.
In.
I'm out.
Out. In.
Out.
I'll keep it in too, because
I'm
In.
out.
In.
on this one.
Out.
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 In.
Yeah, I'll keep this one in for now too. I want to see what we come up with. Out.
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 I want to keep it in for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her. Look at her faces.
Out.
Out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out for me too.
Out.
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 In.
I'll keep it in too for now.
In.
In.
Yeah, that's an N. That's deep.
Out.
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 Out for me.
Out.
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 Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
It's an
In.
M for now.
In.
In.
Yeah,
In.
In.
In. Maybe. I don't know. Probably out. In for now.
Yeah, I'll do N for now too.
There's something
Mm-hmm.
about that picture that I'm like,
Out for me.
Out.
I'll keep this
in.
In.
Out.
Out.
out. Almost there.
Out.
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 Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
Out.
Out. In. I
I'll
wish
keep-
the kid wasn't looking right at me, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and
In for now.
Out.
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 In.
And
In. Out.
Out.
Yeah, sports. Hmm.
the out for me.
Yeah, it's out for me.
Out. There's too much background. In.
In.
I'll do N too.
Out.
Out.
This is crazy. This is spread of corona. The virus.
Out.
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 Like,
In. Oh, that white thing is
I want to
really
know.
tough though. And that white thing is really tough.
Oh, I'll keep
Mm.
In.
yeah. It's an N for me.
Something about the angle isn't quite.
Yeah.
Out.
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 Out. Interesting photo though.
Yes.
It's
In.
N for me.
Out.
Out.
Out. Out.
Out.
Out.
In. Well, I don't know what's going on. I'd like to know what's going on at that.
Oh, can we keep it in?
Yeah. In.
Out.
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 In. I like that one, man.
Bro, you will get
It's
wet.
not gonna make it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not gonna-
gonna get-
like
Oh,
the
he's gonna
colors.
make it.
I'll say N. It's a nice picture.
It's
Out.
out.
The out for me
Out.
too. Out.
Out. Oh, that's from the
The gymnast.
the gymnast. That was a great story.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The out for me.
out. Horrible story, but incredibly well reported. In.
It's an out for me, but I don't know. Maybe it deserves a caption.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kim.
It's really weird. In. Out. Out.
This is
I'm
the out.
out.
That poll is
Two.
irritating.
What'd you say, D?
That poll was irritating me.
Okay.
Yeah, they're too wide.
This is an N for me. I want to know what's going on. Why is the one?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
His face.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's happening here. Why is there? It's like
This is an out for me. It looks like they're doing, I don't know, some type of experiment.
is this the one, the theater shot that you said you remember, John, that was better?
This is another one. This is even wider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting. There was like I think that was such a crazy situation.
This is an out.
This one,
Out.
yeah, it's a little To me, it's too wide, but
Yeah,
Out.
it's out for me.
out,
Out,
Open space.
out,
Out.
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 It's just another day in the neighborhood.
yeah. In.
And for now.
I
And
kinda, yeah,
just
in.
figure out what it is. Out.
Out.
Uh, in.
If he wasn't so leisurely strolling, it might be. This is out for me. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, out for
in.
me too.
Lisa. Oh, okay.
In.
In,
That's crazy. In.
out,
I would say in for now.
this is an in.
Yeah, it's an in for me too.
Yeah, in.
I don't know
In.
what's
Yeah.
in.
what's
Are
going
they
on?
burning bodies? Is that what this is?
Mm, don't
Indian.
think so.
We'll see.
Oh, this is
Man,
it.
that's a
In.
pretty good one. In.
Oh, this is an in for me. I want to know. It seemed like a tornado or something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
In.
out for me. So 2 ins, 1 out. This is
In.
beautiful. And
I say in too.
In.
is that the same house?
Think so.
I said, oh, well, I'm gonna
I
let
think
y'all.
that. Yeah, I like that. In.
Yeah, I like this frame better. Out.
Well,
It's out for me.
out for me too.
Never a real moment. Out.
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 Pretty tasty though. Out. Well, yeah,
I'll
It's
leave
out.
it in so I can see hear the caption.
yeah.
I'll keep it in too.
So,
Out.
Out.
out,
Out.
out,
Out.
Out.
out,
Out.
out,
Out.
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 Lenses, man. Wonder if they're gonna.
Not bad. You brought it down more than half. All right, if you could read the captions as we look at them now, and
Oh, nice. That's still a nice frame.
Well, are we gonna read them all, or just read the ones that we request?
okay, we can read the ones you want and not all of them.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I'll take a caption on this.
All right. Lawrence, Massachusetts, September 14th. Person places his hand on the casket of Sergeant Johanny Rosario Pichardo during her public viewing at Veterans Memorial Stadium on September 14th, 2021 in Lawrence, Massachusetts. A public viewing for Sergeant Johanny Rosario Pichardo, who is of Dominican descent, was held in her hometown of Lawrence, Massachusetts. Rosario Pichardo was one of 13 U.S. service members killed in a suicide bombing last month at Hamid Karzai International Airport while processing people from Afghanistan who wanted to evacuate the country after the takeover by the Taliban. She served with the
Yes.
Naval Amphibious Force. Okay.
Sorry, this is still an in for me.
Yeah, it's still in for me. I like the touch.
It's in, and I love the vein and the hand. It's
Mhm.
really, really strong.
It's out for me.
It's out for me
To me,
this
it's
time.
out.
Yeah, out. I would like to hear a caption, but this might not make it either.
Mm.
All right, the caption is Alina left stands on the Haitian side of the Dajabon border crossing, which connects Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The Dajabon River, also known as Massacre River, divides the two countries. Haiti and the Dominican Republic have long had a difficult relationship. Two countries that share one island, never before has it been more divided. As the rest of the world closes its doors to Haitian migrants, the Dominican Republic is also cracking down in a way that human rights activists say hasn't been seen in decades. Pregnant women are people deported, separating children from parents.
That's a out. I like it, but it's not gonna make it.
Yeah, I think there are just too many things going on in this image is out for me.
I like the too many things. It's just that for me, they're just kind of all just standing there, and they're standing in line for. I don't even know. The caption didn't even tell me they're standing by some river between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. So, yeah.
Dee and
I think they're
John,
trying to get maybe to the other side, but they don't really say that.
Mhm.
They
It's
just
a
said
out
there. Did they? Maybe I missed it.
No, I didn't.
3 outs.
No,
Yeah,
It's a out.
it's
for
out
me
for
it's
me.
out.
Do we have the caption for this? I feel like I know what's going on, like border.
Yeah, La Jolla, Texas. Milady Barela, 26 of, oh gosh, Tegucigalpa, Honduras, and daughter Zoe Barela, 8, who crossed the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. Wait to board a bus to be processed by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Rio Grande Valley sector, on Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021, in La Jolla, Texas, USA. There has been 221,115 migrants apprehended along the Rio Grande, who have crossed the U.S.-Mexico border illegally through April 2021 in the Rio Grande Valley sector. Many try to avoid U.S. Border Patrol agents by contracting a smuggler to guide them around checkpoints. Walking for days on private ranches, many are left behind to die in the brush. Brooks County and the Rio Grande Valley to the south have been popular smuggling routes for decades, a reliable barometer of migrant deaths border-wide. 6 months into 2021, deaths in the county had already reached 55, up from a total of 34 last year and above the 5-year average.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, it's out. Yeah.
to me, it's not
Out.
there. Out.
Thinking about the migrant mother that we did keep in,
Yeah, so much.
and the caption and specific to her and what her experience was.
Right. That was like a
And the moment, man.
Yes, yes.
And the boy. I mean, you just remember that image. It's just. I like this one. Yeah.
It's an out for me.
It's out for me.
Just wish that people were more in focus. It was a lot more sharper. The ripples in the water.
I think. Sure.
This is an
And
in for me. This is
I'll
this is,
say
it's a
this
great shot.
this is crazy.
I think
Can I get a
it's
caption on this?
beautiful. Yeah, let's hear what it is, but it's a beautiful picture.
Austin, Massachusetts. August 29th, 2021. Jada Record Center and fellow members of the Girls of Imani dance troupe throw carnations into the Boston Harbor as the names of enslaved members of Boston's oldest churches are read during the dedication of Boston's Middle Passage port marker to acknowledge the city's history of slavery and honor the Africans who were forced into the transatlantic trade on voyages known as the Middle Passage.
And
And
Yeah, I'd say into. It's such a breath of fresh air looking at
yeah,
that. So
and the
calm.
tones are gorgeous, and the carnations are perfect.
the
Picture really
layering.
beautiful. Yeah, and the meaning of it is very powerful.
Yeah.
And it's a hard assignment. Like you go to it, you could mail it in, but they didn't. They worked it and made a great pick.
It's a out for me.
It's an out for me. I feel bad
Out.
for those kids. Like,
This is a out for me.
I'm
And
out on this one.
I'm out.
and
To hear the caption on this.
Latavion Garrett shares an emotional embrace with Doris Jackson at a prayer vigil for their 10-year-old son, who was shot in the head Friday afternoon in North Minneapolis. The child was in critical condition after going through emergency surgery. A prayer circle was held Saturday, May 1st, 2021, outside North Memorial Health Hospital in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Minnesota. The child was riding in a vehicle that was hit by gunfire on the 3400 block of Morgan Avenue North Friday afternoon.
tough one, but to me, it's a powerful picture.
Very powerful.
It's I.
And
Yeah, it's an. What's happening?
Out.
It's out for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be an out for me too.
It's just not quite. I think too centered.
This is the same for me.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we could take it to the next round.
Yeah, yeah, I'll put it in.
This is
And,
still an
and
like I feel that's like probably his mama right there. This is an out for me.
It's an out for me.
yeah, this.
Can we hear the
that-
caption?
Caption is relatives of Luis Enrique Rodriguez, who died of COVID-19, visit where he was buried on a hill at the El Pajonal de Cogua Natural Reserve in Cogua, north of Bogota, Colombia, Monday, October 25th, 2021. Rodriguez died May 14th, 2021. Relatives bury the ashes of their loved ones who died of coronavirus and plant a tree in their memory. Oh, and there's a name.
Oh,
See ya.
that's messed up. Because I was thinking to myself, like, oh, they had to use the natural reserve to start burying people because they didn't have anywhere else to bury them. And look at how many goes
really
on.
nice. But
Thank you for catching that, Julia.
I think that would have been a problem was the white and it's just my eye keeps on going there.
Foreground.
Yeah.
Don't want to hear the caption for this.
The caption is, a child and baby take a break from hiking to rest with their dad while hiking on a muddy trail through the Darien Gap between Colombia and Panama on September 25th, 2021. No road connects Central and South America through the Darien Gap, but in 2021, tens of thousands of migrants braved the untamed jungle to continue their journey north towards the United States. Nearly 19,000 migrant children crossed the Darien Gap between January and September 2021, three times the number who crossed over the previous 5 years combined. At least 5 children died, and more than 150 have arrived in Panama without their parents, according to UNICEF. The crossing takes a week or more, facing dangerous river crossings, poisonous snakes, little food or drinking water, and muddy trails long controlled by armed smuggling groups. In the first 9 months of 2021, Panamanian officials estimate more than 95,000 migrants have made the crossing, more than 3 times the record set for the entire year of 2016.
I think it's an out.
out
I
to
just
me.
think that they could have worked it a little bit better.
The angle, it removes me from there. There's too much distance
Mm-hmm.
on the angle. Like, I'm just not feeling like I'm with them.
Mm-hmm.
This was still an in for me.
Yeah, I'll leave it in. Can I hear a caption?
People react to the guilty verdict of the Derek Chauvin trial at the Hennepin County Government Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, US on April 20th, 2021. Derek Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges in his killing of George Floyd in 2020.
That's not a very personal caption.
What's the caption on this?
Daughter Guilene Filianzi, yes. Guilene Filianzi weeps amid the rubble of the home where her mother died during a massive earthquake as the casket of
Nope.
Marie.
Different picture.
Oh,
Is it-
wait.
it-
Oh,
as
on
a
my
casket?
screen. Oh, I'm sorry. My screen is frozen.
I think you're reading. She said, as the casket, something goes by.
I'm right? Okay.
It's a rubble. Okay, my bad.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay. As the casket of Marie Hersey Ateneus passes while residents cope with the aftermath in Maniche, Haiti on August 21st, 2021. Daughters threw themselves to the ground wailing. Children were passed over the gravesite in a poignant tradition, and a son's sorrowful cries of "Mama, Mama" echoed through the air after the casket was later lowered into the earth of their backyard. The land of juxtapositions, a breathtaking beauty of spirit and brutal reality of the streets. Tragedy befalls the country repeatedly. Political anarchy, gang violence, natural disasters. For most Haitians, it's not about dying in the quake, but rather living in the rubble of shattered lives and altered destinies where the legendary Haitian resilience survives. They mourn, pray, then move on with the task of living.
It's out.
It's out for me too.
Out.
It's an out for me.
Out.
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 Yeah, but did he make it?
Can we hear and you're just trying to keep his sneaker dry, man.
Oh, sorry, did you ask the
Caption?
caption? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
A Border Patrol agent comforts a weeping migrant after he carried an elderly woman across the Rio Grande River with hundreds of other migrants crossing from Mexico to Del Rio, Texas on May 26, 2021. Trump supporters stand behind them to observe and record the crossing for social media.
Wow.
That's what I like about it, is that these three guys like just sitting there with their cameras. I like that. And then it's just such a stranger because it's like he's
this
bent
is-
over, it's a Border Patrol guy, and then there's these three social media people. It's very strange. And
Yeah, it's in because that
smart
older
stuff.
lady was like, she looks like he probably like, I could have just died in
Mhm.
that river trying to get her across. That's crazy.
Caption, please.
Alex Johnson holds 4-month-old Michaela Johnson in his car before driving to a relative's house in search of heat during Winter Storm Uri in Austin, Texas on February 17, 2021. More than 9 million Texans lost power when the electrical grid collapsed during the week-long storm, contributing to 263 deaths in the state. Johnson and his extended family had been huddled together without power in their apartment, but decided to move after 2 days of using their stove as the only heat source. The window of their car shattered in the cold temperatures.
And it's good reporting.
It's a. I'll keep it in one more round.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna win, but it's good report.
What's happening here, Julia?
Yeah.
Wait, where's that one? Oh, I'm sorry, that one didn't, my thing glitched and it didn't, let me go back, sorry.
It's okay.
Sometimes when I press the button to keep it in, it doesn't load on my computer.
If nothing else,
I'm
Sarah, you want to
sorry.
go to the white on this one?
I got it.
Okay.
Sorry. A pathologist conducts an autopsy on a man who died from COVID-19 in an anatomical theater at the Lviv National Medical Center in Lviv, Western Ukraine on Tuesday, January 5th, 2021.
In.
It's an out for me.
I like it. And
Yeah, I like the image, but
And the significance, he has to be,
alone.
he's totally alone.
And they're probably in an abandoned area, so they wouldn't. Caption.
Caption,
Yeah.
A protester demanding justice for the assassinated President Jovenel Moise stands near a burning barricade in Cap-Haïtien, Haiti, Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. Demonstrators after a memorial service for Moise turned violent on Thursday afternoon with protests shooting into the air, throwing rocks and overturning heavy concrete barricades next to the seashore as businesses closed and people took cover.
Let's see.
I don't feel like the picture says what's happening in the
Right.
caption.
yeah, it's out.
I agree. Out.
Yeah, his body language is very.
In.
I still say in, but I would like to hear a caption, Julia, if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
Members of Soar family inspect the damage of their apartment after it was hit by a rocket fired from the Gaza Strip overnight in Petah Tikva, central Israel, Thursday, May 13th, 2021.
Were they there when the rocket hit?
I don't know, it doesn't say.
Captions make all the difference. Reporting,
Well,
we're journalists too. We're not just picture takers.
Out
It's still
the-
an in. It's still an in for me.
yeah, it's pretty powerful.
This is an
And
out.
I like that. I like that.
It's an out for me.
It's out for me too.
Julia, do you mind reading the caption on this?
Of course, migrants help fellow migrants onto the bed of a trailer in Jesus Carranza, in the Mexican state of Veracruz, Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. A group of mainly Central American migrants are attempting to reach the US-Mexico border.
So many people, just like we haven't seen any photos like this where there's like
Mhm.
piles of people on top of people trying to get here. I mean, I think I see a baby seat on somebody's
Amazing.
back, or I don't know what that is, what's going on over there, but this is
It's a good shot.
gets
This
to the
is
heart of it.
And for me, the only
Yeah.
time I've seen photos like this is like in India when they're riding the train.
But yeah, I feel like that's different though, because these are migrants that tried to get to the US. I mean, this one lady's like,
No, I
her
understand.
butt,
But
her
I'm saying,
head is underneath everybody.
on this, like when I see a lot of people, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
it's for me.
It's in.
In.
Caption, please.
A man runs to escape heat emitting from the multiple funeral pyres of COVID-19 victims at a crematorium in the outskirts of New Delhi, India. Delhi, isn't it? New Delhi, India. I realized that after I said that, I was like, that was wrong. New Delhi, India, April 29th, 2021. A deadly second wave of coronavirus infections devastated India, leaving millions of people infected and putting stress on the country's already overtaxed healthcare system. By late May 2021, about 27 million infections had been confirmed and more than 300,000 people were dead. The experts said the actual figures were most likely much higher. At one point, India had been responsible for more than half of the world's daily COVID-19 cases and set a record-breaking pace of about 400,000 a day.
This is an end for
Mm.
me.
Yeah.
In.
Yeah,
This is
it's
the
in.
end.
And the caption, please.
This next.
Honduran migrants clash with Guatemalan soldiers in Vado Hondo, Guatemala on January 17th, 2021.
Well, that would be an out because that caption
Out.
is whack.
I don't. I mean, I think it's is a caravan. So
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, this is an end for me. This
I
photo
like it.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
So
a
you
hard
like
picture
this
to make. Too.
better than the other one? Everyone getting
I like them both for different reasons, but I think probably the other one will win. But this is out for me.
out.
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 The composition isn't.
What's that hole in the ground? I don't
That's
know.
amazing.
Like what is
And
going on?
what is? Can we? It's from a some kind of a
Yeah.
volcano.
It looked like from volcano.
Yeah, that's a strong.
Go ahead, Julia.
All right. A fisher is seen next to a house covered with ash on the Canary island of La Palma, Spain, Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. A fissure that volcanologists believe spouted a gusher of lava left a gaping hole in front of a house whose bottom floor was completely covered by a mountain of ash. A fresh stream of lava from volcano on Spain's La Palma threatened on Wednesday to engulf a parish church that has so far survived the eruption that shows no sign of relenting in its 10th week.
In.
I think this is the same thing. So this would be, I like the other one better. I don't know,
Yeah.
someone seen that big whole geyser.
Mhm.
This would be out for me.
Out
I
for
like
me.
the other one better. This one out for me.
Caption, please.
An Ethiopian woman argues with others over the allocation of yellow split peas after it was distributed by the Relief Society of Tigray in the town of Agula in the Tigray region of North Ethiopia on Saturday, May 8th, 2021. In war-torn Tigray, more than 350,000 people already face famine, according to the UN and other humanitarian groups. It is not just that people are starving, it is that many are being starved, reporting has found.
It's an out for me.
It's out for me.
Out.
Out.
Different faces.
It's almost. I mean, I feel like it's almost.
Ding, 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 ding. You guys have 17.
Mm.
Keep doing half.
Ooh, we have to trim down to at least 10 more. Well, time to be brutal, judges.
Brutal.
This is still an N for me, y'all.
And for me,
Yeah, I still like this image quite a bit.
this is out.
It's an out for me.
Out.
This is
In.
still in.
And
This is still in. Oh, God, it's such a hard
Yeah,
time.
that's in.
It's the end.
That's a different. I like that.
mhm.
It's still in for me.
Maybe this one's
This-
an out.
This one an out for me.
D
It's an N for me for now.
stays in.
Out.
Out.
The light just isn't quite the moment.
This is
In.
in.
Can we hear the caption on that? We didn't ask what that caption is.
Caption is Manoj Kumar waves a handkerchief from the backseat of his vehicle at his mother Vidya Devi as she receives oxygen in the parking lot of a Gurudwara Sikh temple amidst the spread of the coronavirus disease in Ghaziabad, India, April 24th, 2021.
That's a
How many
great shot.
people died over there? Just like this.
A lot. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Couldn't breathe.
There was no oxygen. People had to buy their own oxygen.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great picture. Great.
I love
report.
this picture right here too. I just wish the caption was a little bit more in depth. I mean, it doesn't even have her name in it, correct, Julia? Or no?
There's no name.
Yeah, it just says like a woman cries at the.
It says people react.
Yeah.
That
And
is
I don't,
bad. How do you
yeah.
get so close to someone like that and take their photograph and
And
not
not
find
got the
out who
name.
they are?
Yeah.
I understand that though, because if it's in the middle of like people, you know, just having that moment and it's a crowd, you know,
You
sometimes
can wait.
you
You can wait. You can come back. You can
Yeah.
stay close by, find a moment, you
Yeah.
know.
I agree with Kimberly, especially these days, you can look at the back of your camera and you know you got the winner. You're going to stick
Yeah.
with that person to get more info. You know,
Yeah.
so it's an out for me.
That is really unfortunate because this is a very powerful photograph. I feel so bad for photographer. Maybe that's a lesson for them.
Out.
I mean, my paper wouldn't even publish it. They said, you don't have her name. We're not going to publish it. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is such
Yeah.
a weird photo. This is still in.
Very much in.
I wish he would had some little separation between the trooper's face.
Mhm, I agree.
This
He
is
was trying, I think they were trying to get the river in, out.
So
I think it's a good reporting, but
this is probably out too.
it's
But I
out for
still
me.
like it.
I like that. And
Okay, let's just say in then.
out.
This out for
Okay,
me.
out. Can't keep everything. This one's
In
still
for now.
two ends. I'm in two.
Okay.
This is probably a winner. One of the It's probably will place, in my opinion.
I like this image, but
It's
This is
in.
crazy.
We'll go on.
this
is
an
crazy.
out for me.
It's an out for me, but it's very crazy. Like Honduran, what was it? Immigrants in another country's military.
Yeah, in Guatemalan border, they're trying to go north, and the Guatemalans are trying to stop them.
And who probably told them to do that?
John and D.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been an N for me. I still think it's a really strong.
Let's
photo.
keep it in. In.
In.
And
It's a nice abstract photo. Like,
Mhm. I mean,
climate change is really important. I think it would be good to reflect that too in our, if the photos are good and can compete. Can we leave it in a contact sheet like this?
mhm.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so hard.
You do not have an easy decision. So let me know if any come strike you as that they don't hold up with the rest of them that you see here.
I personally think the flag casket photo doesn't hold up. Personally, it's a nice shot, but it doesn't have the extra level of toughness in terms of access reporting. It's a nice daily news, strong graphic photo. The other pictures, there's a number of these that just are much stronger. So I would take that out. I would vote to take it out.
Yeah, if he had like a face or some kind of emotion with it, then maybe it could rise to that level. But just the graphicness of it kind of drew us into it. But I would say out.
One more out or two ins? What do we got? John, Tay and D?
I can do it out.
There it goes. You have to take out two more before I have Sarah refresh the screen.
I could take that black and white photo of them approaching the border compared to the others. I just feel like it's not.
I don't know. The thing about the graphic nature of that one, you know, it's so different from everything else, but it says the same story. But then you're right, you have all the people climbing. So what's better? Something about that though is very eerie. You know, you see the water splashed up on the bank where you saw how they climbed up out of that river, and then the little footprints leading up. And it's like, where is she going with these kids? Is she going to talk to somebody to the gate? Like what?
Trying to climb it. I'd vote that in.
Yeah, I still keep that
strongly. I think it's one of the best pictures.
And it's so different, and I love the I mean, it's graphic too, but in a different way, right? I would get rid of the dad and the mom crying, even though that was such a tragic story. It looks like they cropped the photo and they still have a little piece of the hand, but why not have more of the hand? Or the crop seems weird to me.
Let's see it again. Can we see it big?
I think this one is an out for me. We
Yeah,
got
I can live without it.
stronger images.
Yeah, there's better. I feel like you've seen that one. Yeah, it's a really strong picture.
And then let's see if we can get anything else out.
I think the autopsy pictures, I think in the end, that's won't stand.
I'm out with that too.
Which one?
The autopsy one.
Yeah, that probably won't make it. I'm willing to let that one go.
All right, well, that's 3. Let's refresh the page while you guys are still thinking about it.
What's y'all's favorite photo?
I gotta look at the grid again.
I think the lava is good, but I don't think feels like it's more like science and nature.
Yeah.
I feel like it's in the wrong. Honestly, it is. It's not really. I guess it's news, but it's really science and nature. It's in the wrong category.
I could get rid of both the bottom ones.
Yeah, I think I can lose both of them at the bottom.
Are we in agreement?
I would agree. I think.
Okay, so we'll kill the bottom. That leaves you guys then with 6. We're getting there. We're getting there. For the biggest category, I'm very impressed with you all.
So now we got 6, right? So we still need to lose 2 more.
I think the picture of one of the strongest images is the picture in the car. That's strong. I think the border pic, I do agree, like the lack of separation between the guys.
Yeah, it's
videotape.
like
It's a
the crowd
problem.
removed just a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's a problem because it's hard to, because of the meaning of it and because of the curve of his back. It would be kind of like perfect if you were going there, and then there was a little separation. It's like the three forces, right? You know, the political,
Mhm.
the people who enforce it,
Ah,
the people who are trying to subvert it, and
yeah,
the victims in the middle. It's a great shot.
yeah.
I'm not going to kill it out. I think that's possibly an honorable mention, but because they really has all that.
What's
And
your least two favorite pictures, John?
Man, this is tough. I'm trying to decide. And
Mhm.
I think the picture of the flowers is beautiful, and I guess we just have to decide is
Can we
that enough?
scroll down a little bit, please, Julia? Was this it?
You only have 6. These are the 6 now that
Those,
you have.
those are the 6.
Okay, for me, I would kill the Border Patrol one only because I understand the message there, John. I'm with you on that 100%. But it's something about it. It's not pulling me in. Like when I
Are you
first
talking the black and white or the one below it?
the black and white one that's a beautiful abstract photo. I'll, keep that in. But the one at the bottom with the Trump guys, Border Patrol, all of them,
It's like almost,
It's so close visually. It's
It's
those
not-
I
knees
mean,
behind.
like super close.
Yeah, I
So
think
Guys, we could-
This one here, if there's a little more separation between
Oh my God.
subject and the folks who videotaping that, I think it would elevate a little more.
this is I'm going to argue that we should keep it in for now because this picture is like goes beyond your. I mean, hey, the representation of is very complicated on so many
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah.
You have the river, you have this man bending in this almost like religious, spiritual way. The Border Patrol guy who's supposed to like be locking him up all the time is actually comforting him, and he's also looks like he's, Chicano. And then there's this lady who's like half clothed is in the middle. And
Exhausted.
then these 3 guys with video,
And
social
not
media,
helping. Not helping.
not
That's
helping,
anything.
not doing anything, just witnessing for whatever reason, like broadcasting, right? And we don't know, like from the caption, we know, but either
Yeah.
way, they're bystanders of this time
Yeah,
broadcasting. I think it's a really important picture. I don't know if it's number 1, but at least an honorable mention for me.
Makes my stomach hurt.
Very important picture, but let's go back to the grid and because we got to make a decision. See, like, will it hold up against the
I'm
other?
willing to get rid of the group caravan. Because we can't have that and this. And
and then the other one.
the lady mom walking with the kids. That's
I would lose the that one, the one Kimber mentioned, the caravan to.
I mean, it's a good picture, but it doesn't like the sophistication of the one with the people recording it, the Border Patrol and the young man and the woman. I mean, it's just so many levels to that photograph.
Yeah.
She looks like I'm exhausted. I don't even have any energy to react to whatever is happening here. And he's like about to cry. I mean, was that his grandma? Who's the lady that he pulled across the river? Does it say, Julia?
I don't think it says, let me look. I think it just said an elderly
Carrier.
woman.
Yeah.
That's really like deep.
And
then
so if he's helping a stranger, you think that you see that he's helping a stranger, and then you have people, instead of helping strangers, they're filming them. But if they had their way, they would probably be doing other things if it wasn't against the law. That's a lot. That's a powerful photo.
That is really, to me, that's probably, honestly, like, I would lose. Can we see the black? Can we go through the top 6 again? the funeral pyre to me is, man, that's a powerful image too.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
the
very
footprints,
dark.
man.
Yeah, and then the big splash of water where you see them climbed up over that
Yeah,
bank.
yeah.
That's not easy. And she pulled her kids up there too. My goodness. And where's she going? Where's she going? And this is a powerful photo too. It's not as not a lot as much of emotion, but the fact that it is so
So beautiful.
they're so solemn and serious, and they seem so
Tender.
purposeful.
And
Yeah.
and the layers and the combination
lines.
is beautiful.
Yeah. And the basket, the framing.
And even the
it's so
chain
good.
on the side.
Yeah, to let you know
Looks
you're
like
at a
what-
harbor. Yeah.
Looks like right near the Constitution in Boston. This one I really like.
Yeah, this is great.
Because of man, I haven't seen as many like this. But there was a lot of good coverage of COVID. So maybe that's an HM. I don't know. Man, that's a weird picture. Strange. This one honestly starts to feel like less. It's a beautiful image.
And all those fires burning, and he's running, and you can see like it feels like, you could feel COVID in this photo.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's powerful too.
I mean, when I first saw it, it didn't strike me, I have to be honest with you, but the more I looked at it, the more I thought about it. And if they probably photographer even zoomed out more, which is probably not possible unless he's like a drone backpack that he could fly up in the air. Somebody invent a backpack that photographers can, a little jetpack.
It's coming.
Fly up in the air. Yeah. So just the significance of that and him running, because it's hot.
Can we? Are we getting rid of the caravan?
Yeah, I think we ought to.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then we just have to get one more, and then we're good.
I think we have to decide probably between the wall and the. They're both so strong. All the pictures here are very strong.
Let me say this now that I've looked at this again and thought about it, because I feel like the mom and the son and the oxygen is more personal, where we can understand the severity of the situation, whereas the fire burning is more disconnected and abstract, but you can see like the, so I don't know. I feel like maybe I can go without the fire one now, just because it's telling the same story but two different ways, and I like the more personal.
Yeah, I agree with that. And being in the car, like, you're with your mom. I mean, this thing, I just saw my mom is around that age, and I'm like, man, having to put her in the car and she can't breathe and she's dying, and you're calling and you can't get through it, it's just, to
but
me,
I'm not
that's
sure.
Well,
What about A and B?
I agree with you.
I think the one in the car, it has more personal appeals, and I think it provokes our feelings, our belief, and then our emotion more so than the other one. The other one it takes you a little while to connect it. You have to read the captions, but the other one has that, emotional connected right there and then for you.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, the mom in the car, I think it has more personal appeal to me, and it draws me in more intimate. Like John said, I am connected to another human being through that sufferings, whereas the other one, after the caption, I know, that's a way they bury the death in there, because there are so many of them, but you really don't have that kind of empathy, emotional like the other one. The other one, you see the man there, and you see the mom, die there. It just, I think it and it's in the car, not even in the house. So I think that sort of point out the disarray or the hardness of the society or what the pandemic is going on. So it takes its toll. So I think that one has my emotional appeal than the other one.
So, okay, so let's go ahead, let's go ahead. The fire one, we all agreed to get rid of that one?
Yes, my
Yeah.
vote.
Okay, cool. I'm with that.
Then I started looking at, there's 2 elderly women laid out. But I guess I shouldn't think about that.
I think that's really interesting because how we treat, I mean, that's amazing that guy,
You should think of what you have in front of you as individual
Yeah,
photos.
yeah.
powerful. We also have 2 border shots, which is,
We only need 4 for this, right, Linda?
Yeah, you've got the 4 right here.
Right.
You don't need to get rid of any. It's deciding
Yeah.
what's your 1 and 2.
Sunday.
Now we have to pick the first and the last, I guess. You know, why don't we do this way, John? Go ahead and just present your top 4, and then we go down, and then we can debate.
okay, I put the picture of the elderly lady at the border 1, Corona 2, Carnations 3, and the crossing honorable mention, only because I feel like the crossing of it's like we have 3 totally different ones. On the other hand, the Carnations is so quiet, and so it doesn't have that intensity of the other 3 pictures. So that's something to say, but there's something to say for that, because you go to it and make this a beautiful picture of, you know, at this solemn and important, very daily event. That's also general news, and that's really important. So that's why I kind of put that 3rd, I think.
Kimberly,
But
your thought?
I could be convinced otherwise. I think they're all really strong.
Kimberly, you want to go next?
I guess for me, I would do 1, the elderly woman at the border, 1, and then my order would be just a little bit different, where, well, maybe I'm the same then, because I could do 2, the son and mom in the back seat. The access to that, this is general news, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's really
And
strong.
so you're taking a general news story of COVID and you're taking it to another level. And it's not just like a press release, you show up at an event. So that's amazing, and it's a great photo. So maybe 2 for COVID in India, and then 3, the young ladies in white. I forgot what they're. I know it has something to do with the ancestors that have died, and
On
then
the slave ships.
honorable mention would be the very graphic border picture, which I think is interesting on so many different levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would be okay with that order. That seems like a good order to me. I was confused at first. I was like, what should I do? 2 for the ancestors that passed, and then 3 for, but then I thought about the coverage itself, you know, and that shouldn't necessarily take away from it. Obviously this photographer worked really hard and covered this event very well, and got a great photograph out of it. But you know, trying to find the story, building these connections with people, and trying to tell the story of COVID. I mean, we all know what that's like. So
So did you both say that the car one was the first?
No, it's
You both-
the
border-
bottom,
The bottom border. Okay, so if you put 4 stars on that one,
Wait,
or 5 stars on
or-
that for now.
Tay and D have it.
D, you want to
Yeah,
make your
yeah.
choice?
I'm gonna be real quick because I know we got a lot of categories to go through. The first one, the black and white border one, like when I'm looking at the photos, I'm not just thinking about the story. I'm also thinking about the quality of work. Did the photographer, is the composition good? Is the lighting good? Is the sharpness good? All of that. And for the border one at the bottom, with the Trump guys, with the phones, it's not that sharp to me. I feel like the composition is off a little bit. It needs to be more space between the border patrol guy, the elder, the guy that just saved her, and the guys in the back with the video. It's just aesthetic. It's not that aesthetically pleasing to me. I like the order that we have it up top. However, I would switch second place with the car, the lady, the mom and the son. I'll put that second, put the girls with the flowers third, and then do the honorable mention with the border at the bottom. It's just not like the photographer's skills. I understand that it's a heavy situation. I get it, but it's just not that, it's not that sharp to me.
Can you put the bottom photo back to 1 star?
Oof, this is going to be a little tricky. I totally have a little different observations. At first, I really don't really fond of the image of the car, but the more I look at it, the more it appealed to me on the more personal levels of it. If you know somebody in your family who died of COVID, and that sort of like appeal you a little more. And so I think for that level, I kind of, it's growth on me on that one. So that to me is sort of number one. And the border, the patrol, I would pick that one first if there is enough separation between the patroller and the guy and the woman, and then the bystander in the back. I would elevate that to number one. But since that sort of like a bug in me just a bit, so to me that's number two, and then the girls in white is my third, and then the crossing the bridge is my honorable mention. So of course we are all over this one today.
I mean, I can totally see that. But I would say, as photojournalists, it is not, that photo is not perfect. But sometimes the content and the photographer being able to include all of those elements in the photograph and thinking, you could see the photographer thinking while they're taking this photograph. Now, maybe the photographer didn't have enough time to move to the left a little bit, or when they did, the young man stopped squeezing his nose there, wasn't hunched over in the same way. I mean, we don't really know. But the composition is not perfect, but the content is perfect.
No, it's well said, Kimmy. That's the reason why I think it's number two for me, because in the newsy situation, you can control, to do your best. What I'm looking at, it's what I have in front of me, and that's how I go with it. I mean, in the real world, we want everything to be perfect, but the reality is not that. So looking what we have in front of us, that's what appealed to me.
All right, so we've all gone through, right? John, John, have you said yours?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Right, you did.
my
Where do
last thing I would say about like I agree with Kim in that to me, like, the world isn't perfect, and so pictures aren't always perfect, and sometimes the meaning, if you have a layered meaning, there's so much interesting to that photograph, and it's a rare moment. That's a rare moment.
Yeah,
I've covered a lot of immigration. That is rare. It's a rare to see. Like, I mean, you get the Border Patrol will connect. It's not that common. They'll tell, and then but what's nice about it, it's not trying to glamorize that. because you have the Trump people there and you have the lady, and it's like, it's really, I think that's there's a tension in that picture and layers that we don't have. So I would argue, but I'm open to whatever. I also think these are all really fantastic images. So whatever
can make a
at
decision.
this point, yeah.
Well, you know, if we need to move on faster, you know, I can be swayed to go with the majority,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna go with the majority too.
and you know, then we should go with maybe the Border Patrol one, the Van 2, and then the honorable mention maybe the bridge. I do like the pictures of the ladies with the basket and flower. It is a beautiful image. It's the compositions, you know, and the quietness of it. You know, I like that pictures because of it. Like John said, it's a daily assignment. You don't often, you know, able to execute or do something special to it. And I really admire the photographer really stay with it and work the situation and got something, you know, out
That
of nothing.
low, that layering.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
So
And
I
the
think that
chain is like really echoes of, because I think that's probably on the US. I don't know, but the chain's crazy.
yeah. So
The
It's
way
a
your
beautiful
order
bag.
would
that's-
be, your order would be reverse of what it is laid out right now.
Yes.
So first would be at the bottom, and then second would be the car, third would be the flowers, and the last would be the border crossing.
Yeah.
Are you all in agreement?
I am.